Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Patek Philippe Grand Complication inline perpetual calendar in platinum with a gray dial, reference 5236P-011. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this watch, then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar grand comps and perpetual inline perpetuals. Then I'll tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with just a little history. Now, this watch falls under the Grand Complication category of Patek. Now, Grand Complication, as the name implies, is their final collection, meaning there's nothing higher than the Grand Complication. Now, they make many different collections. They call them the Complications, the Nautilus, the Aquanaut, Calatrava, Cubitus, so on. And the top of the top, meaning the most expensive, is the Grand Complication. What do you need to be a Grand Complication? Well, in Patek's eyes, at the very minimum, it has to have a perpetual calendar and moon phase, which this one does. So you have a perpetual calendar and the moon phase, which makes it the simplest of the Grand Complications. It's at this, I want to say the cheapest, but it's one of the least expensive. They also make another 5320, which is a little bit cheaper, but still, it's one of the cheaper ones because the retail price on this is 156,000 USD as of 2026, and Grand Comps can go up to like millions of dollars. Okay, but just because it's one of the cheaper ones doesn't mean that's a bad thing, because some of those other Grand Comps are really actually quite terrible. If you ask me, they're too big, too thick, and I don't know how anyone would actually even wear it. So it's not a bad thing. And this one has a lot going for it, which I'm going to help unpack to you in just a little bit. It's not the cheapest perpetual calendar. There is one cheaper, as I just told you, the 5320. I think also the 5326 is also probably going to be cheaper. But I would say definitely, in my opinion, that this is the coolest of the most basic perpetual calendar. And we'll get to that, why that is in a little bit. All right. Now you have just a little history now of this watch. Now, where does it stand in the lineup? Now, this is an inline perpetual calendar. The word inline is what is special about it. There are many perpetual calendars, but this is showing the date in line, in a single line, making it super easy to read. Usually on perpetual calendars, you have to read things in all different places, which is kind of a headache, right? You look down for the date, you look up for here, look left for right. I mean, you look at little, arrows pointing here, like on AP calendars and whatever, and it's kind of lame, right? I mean, you have to it's like a map, just trying to figure out what the date is. Here, it's all written in line, singular. It's the easiest way you can possibly imagine, and you never have to change it. So in that way, this watch is super cool. There's other cool things about it, which I'll get to also. But yeah, okay. So they produced this back in 2021. They first came out with a blue model. Then 3 years later, in 24, they came out with a salmon dial. And then in 26, which is now, in April, they came out with the gray dial. And actually, we're making this video in June. So the watch basically just came out. And I bet we're one of the first, if not the very first, U.S. company at least to have this watch in hand and ready for you to buy, actually. So if you want to buy it, you just simply click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com. Okay, so let's start talking about this watch, starting with the case. What makes it special? This case is actually the same case that Patek uses in their regulator watch, which is reference 5325 or something. I forgot what. But anyways, it's the regulator that they have. It's the same case. And what does that case look like? look at these lugs. They're pointy. They don't have any steps to them. It's a very simple case, but that doesn't, as I said, don't think that simple means bad. Simple actually means good. I think some of their other things where the case is all crazy actually doesn't look that good. At the end, it has to look proportional. Then this one definitely hits those spots. Okay, so it has these pointed lugs, and case is, I would say, pretty simple actually, but that's not a bad thing. Okay, now the case itself is going to be 41 millimeters in diameter. And then look at the thickness. You pack all this information in at 11 millimeters. Nobody can do it like that. And that's the reason why I said this is a nice watch, because it has very nice proportions. Being 41 millimeters in diameter and 11 millimeters thickness, it's going to fit on your wrist perfectly. It has a perfect fit. And some of those other watches, the Grand Complications, they're too thick. It doesn't make sense. Or the proportions are no good. I'm talking about the split-second chronograph or split-second Perpetual. It's super thick and super small. To be honest, it doesn't look that good to me. But this one has a great proportion, and they can do it by not cramming everything into like a watch. So, yeah, that has a really nice profile at 11 millimeters. And the whole thing's made out of platinum. All right, so really nicely done there. Let's look at the next part, which I'm going to say is the most special part. And this one definitely, in my opinion, is the best inline calendar version. I don't like the blue or the salmon when you compare it to this. Why? Because those ones have just a really basic flat color dial. What makes this one special? Look at the dial first, and you'll notice that it has these vertical satin finish to it. And you have a black gradient rim, which Patek is known for. They make the center light gray, and it gets darker toward the periphery. They do this on a lot of watches, and I really think it is a beautiful way to add depth and intrigue in the watch. And so the combination of this dial fading toward the periphery and having this satin finish or vertical lines, it just really makes the watch stand out. And let me actually also tell you, the regulator also, by the way, has a satin finish on the dial. And I wonder if they did that on purpose because it was so successful on the regulator to keep the same shape and then do this satin finish on the dial. Well, anyways, they did it, and it looks great to me. So you have the inline calendar here, Monday through Sunday on the left, the date, 1 through 31, and then the month. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the bottom right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is the leap year. 1, 2, and 3 are just regular years. And then you have the moon phase and the running seconds at the bottom. And then you actually even have a day-night indicator on the left. So blue means night, white means day. And that actually also allows you to know when not to set this. So you're not supposed to set it between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So you can see like, okay, now's not the time to set it. Okay, so that's the dial. And I also like that they put this white rim on the outside of this gray dial. Why is that significant? Well, they could have just made the whole thing gray and finish, but they decided to put the outside rim in white. Why? Well, because that brings us to the next part, which is look at the strap. What they did with the strap here is they try to modernize it. On all the other previous generations that I was telling you about, the blue one and the salmon one, what you'll see is that the strap was just in crocodile, which it's okay, it's not bad, but it makes the watch look really formal. Putting it on this strap that they put it on here makes the watch just look much more casual, laid back, and at the same time subtly beautiful, subtly elegant, it would be the right word. And the strap is actually made of a composite material, but to me, basically it looks canvas, and check out the stitching. The stitching is done in white to match what? To match the bezel that is also inner bezel that is also white. And I think that's a great touch. Without that white on the inside of the bezel, it would not. This white stitch wouldn't work. And so I think they just masterfully designed it, even though it's simple, but it's absolutely beautiful. Let's look at the movement here. Now this is where all this magic happens. With all the information that they've done, you would think that it would be much thicker, but it's not. And this one's complicated. You think, oh, it's just they just put, a perpetual calendar and a moon phase, big deal. Check this out. It has 503 parts. Just to give you some idea, 503 parts is a lot. That's way, way up there. If you think about chronographs have somewhere around like high 2s to 300, it's another 150 parts at least, right? Maybe even 200. And so, this movement is a 31-260 PSQL. It's also self-winding, and they managed to do it at 11 millimeters. Why? Because they put a micro rotor. The rotor is small. If you had a big rotor in it, you couldn't even see the back, which would defeat the purpose of making such a beautiful movement. So they made a micro rotor because they still want it to be wearable, that you could wear it all the time. It's one of the few perpetual calendars that are manual automatic wind. That's another benefit to it. That means you could wear this watch all the time, not have to even worry about winding it, which sometimes can be a little bit like you forget. So I just think it's really cool. And of course, look at the bridges. Look at the finish of this thing. I mean, it's crazy, right? And I watched their video about how the discs work. So if you're interested, you can go to their website. But basically, they have two discs on either side, and then they have two discs on top of those discs for the date. It's just a really genius way to do it. And in order for them to get enough torque to actually turn these big wheels, they had to do quite a bit of engineering. And of course, Patek is known for that. They're actually also known as the king of complication, and they deserve that title. Okay, that's it. Now, oh, and also I forgot to mention, since we're looking at the strap, what do you notice about this strap? They are using the new buckle now. That's right, the new buckle. I was actually complaining about the previous buckle, saying, wow, Patek needs to step up their game. The buckle looks like, bleep. But now they have the new buckle, and now the watch is perfect. I mean, they could not have done anything further. And I think this variation is going to go on to really prove itself to be a top notch, because you have a beautiful strap, a beautiful dial. Now the buckles all are as they should be. The watch is just fantastic now. I definitely would like to get this watch. Yeah. Okay, time to try this watch on and give me my thoughts. My thoughts are, for $156,000, it's too steep, too much. There's a lot of other watches out there for this price point, but we're selling it for less than that at jazztime.com. How much less depends on the market and such, and so I'm just gonna say it's significantly less than retail. Plus, if you ship out of California, there's no tax. This watch, if you buy it at the authorized dealer, is going to cost you about $170,000. We're selling it way less than that, way less than that. So you can get it quite a big discount, and I just think that makes sense to buy watches, great watches at a good price. And this one would definitely be that. I like the size of it. I like the color. I like that it's casual. It can be worn with a lot of different configurations of clothing that is casual. It's not going to stick out too much. It's still super complicated, beautiful and complicated. So I'm definitely giving it 2 thumbs up. And for the price, definitely a thumbs up. So look, if you want to buy it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.